Hello, we are Pretty Velvet, and this is the story of Missy and Johnny.
When we first got together, me, Lees and Ewan always talked about how cool it would be to write a story that kind of flowed through different songs.
What's something that was really fun that could be turned into something that was a TV series or a film. We just thought the whole idea of that would have been insane to accomplish.
Not many people do things like that when you're first starting out. It's kind of difficult. You want to make yourself stand out.
It's a lot to think about. It's more than just writing a song. You've got to think about the storyline, how each song flows together and why it flows together. You've got to think about so much more than just, is this catchy or will people like it?
There's no better way to stand out really than writing a concept EP in our minds.
It allows you to be much more creative. It allows you to explore different perspectives and different ideas and different worlds, which we found really fun.
We had a basic idea for a relationship in the story, but that's all it was really, just an idea.
At the time, our debut gig was booked in before we even had any material written, so we had to work fast.
So we needed a whole set, a 30-minute set of songs, and we had no idea where to start. All we had was this idea, and we didn't know where it was going to go, but it just ended up being something really good and something really fun.
Because of that, we had these batch of songs ready from the start, so we felt a lot more confident with that.
We've gigged with them since the very beginning, and they've developed since the very beginning, and a lot of people have gotten to know us through these songs and gotten to know what we're about.
These songs are quite literally the first songs we ever wrote. The way we work when writing is we'll all congregate at Tommy's house, blessings to his parents, that is.
That involves whether it's rehearsing, recording, photo shoots, quite literally anything. We're always around Tommy's house. It's literally Pretty Velvet HQ. It's literally where we are right now.
And then we'll either kind of come together from the start and do it from scratch, or someone will come in with an idea and we'll just build on that. So
Ewan or Tom or Daniel, anyone will come up with an idea, or Adam will come up with an idea as well. He's shouting at us over there to say Adam.
For this EP, we initially wrote the music together.
And Leah would lay a melody over the top of that. Normally she'd kind of record it in her own time. She'd be sitting there with a voice note recording in practice. As
a singer, typically it's quite hard to come up with your vocals or your lyrics in the moment. You kind of just have to blag it for a bit, and then once you've blagged it for a bit, you want to obviously think more carefully. I mean, I like thinking carefully about my lyrics. I think carefully about the meanings and what goes into it. So I'll typically take voice recordings of the lads playing. I'll get home and then I will listen to it over and over again, come up with a catchy melody, try different things, do voiceovers over the tracks and stuff like that, and just figure out what I want to do. I would just sit at home and I would think what makes this relationship exciting? What's the point in even talking about a relationship? What's going to make it exciting? What's people going to be interested in?
And everything kind of evolved from there into what we have now.
From there, the story developed into a full-on TV show, really.
When Daniel and Adam first joined the band, the songs developed more, we've added more things in.
To kind of make them more of our own sound.
Not only were we writing new material, we developed the old material to kind of suit more so the vibe that we were turning into. We hadn't really established a vibe, we hadn't established a sound, we hadn't established who we wanted to be. And obviously we still don't know who we want to be, but we utilised the new brains of Adam and Daniel, whatever they had to offer, their ideas, and we kind of developed the songs to be so much more than just a storyline.
I was really attracted to it because some of my favourite albums have been conceptual, like Dark Side of the Moon, and Sgt. Pepper's is a really good example because that was sort of a good example of rock and roll shifting into an art form, which is really what we planned to do when we were recording the EP, and it was really fun. That's the main thing. That was a lot of fun to do, and it got us all thinking more creatively with the process.
Well, when I first heard of the concept EP, it's something that you don't necessarily hear of many artists or bands do. Normally it's just a collection of work, so an album telling a story was something that was really interesting to me when I joined the band.
I also think it's a really good form of escapism, with us being from sort of working class and middle class backgrounds, it gives us a chance to sort of think about something else and dive into something which it keeps us very distracted and again creative.
Originally, Good Metal Hearts was the first song in the story of Missy and Johnny.
It kind of talks about how our two main characters met.
It was a really difficult decision whether to keep it on the EP or not.
We tend to think of it now more as a demo.
It was more of a demo to sort of showcase the band's sound when it started.
It just didn't make the cut. I want to be able to tell people the full story and just show how passionate we are about it already.
So I know that people who come to the live shows, they listen to the songs, they enjoy the songs, and they know the songs, but they might not necessarily understand the story. So we sort of want to be able to tell you the story of Missy and Johnny through these interviews as well as the songs.
We've only said like we're doing a concept EP. We've gave a basic idea that it's between these two people, Johnny and Missy, but we've never fully explained what even happens. And we want to explain that. We want people to know because we're really proud of it, and I think they also deserve to know because we love them and we appreciate them so much. So the people who follow us and the people who come to our gigs should get to know a little bit more about what we did.
These songs sound different from when they were written to when they were recorded. It's a time capsule of our writing process. The songs have changed in the space from us writing them to us recording them, which was less than a year gap.
We were just kind of testing the waters, really. I mean, it has elements of our sound now, but it doesn't fully reflect us.
I mean, the songs that we're doing now might not reflect the songs that we'll do in the future. We're constantly thinking about who we are and what we want to do, how we want to change, and what vibe we're going for.
We've just grown with them, and they're our babies.
We really appreciate these songs for helping us get to where we are now. We've enjoyed doing the photo shoots, you know what I mean? We've done so much in order to grow. It's been a really fun project, and yeah, when you look back at it, I'm really glad that we have gone through with this concept.
Of course, there's a long way to go. Like, we still have a lot to do in terms of writing and performing. There's a lot to learn. This is only just the beginning.
So we decided to do a series of interviews sort of talking about the behind the scenes stuff, all the stuff we've been doing. That's what you're going to see in these interviews. Sort of just so you're more aware of what's gone on behind the scenes, really.
We've decided to do these interviews in order to give more of a backstory to the story.
Give you the music videos, what the lyrics mean.
The promo material in general, why we used certain fonts, why we used certain decor or props within the photo shoots and within the music videos. We want to show you guys what these songs mean to us and what the story is.
Just everything, and it's going to be a full crash course in this EP.
For each interview, there'll be a stripped back recording of all the songs from the EP,
which will be released the day after each other.
That'll go on the Deluxe EP, which will be out April 27th, 2024.
Get it in your diaries. The Story of Missy and Johnny Deluxe EP will be out and available to stream on all platforms.
Well.
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 Well.